People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Now, people, I know you've oftenly heard me say, a hard ears make for a soft ASS. And people, this can apply appropriately to an incident that took place in Mandeville on Monday at about 2 p.m. at some sorts of plaza. Now, people, sometimes we have to wonder if some people see some sorts of coffin that they tried out and it fits them well, or they're just frustrated with life. In other words, some people have some sort of take with themselves mission, because this man obviously wanted to lose his life by the way that he was acted. Now, according to the official information that is out there, this man was parked in a bad place. He was illegally parked. So the police place a clamp on the wheel like they do whenever you are parked in any illegal fashion. However, this man thought it was his duty to take off the clamp of said vehicle. Don't know if it is his vehicle or he was paid by somebody to take that clamp off their vehicle. Either way, it was illegal. There was some sorts of confrontation with him and the municipal popo, and them tell him, listen, you can't take off the clamp. To get the clamp taken off, you have to pay a specific fee for violating that code. It is said that the municipal popo had to call the regular popo, and that is when the standoff began. It is also said that this man draw one knife and him rush healthcare worker, him rush the municipal popo, and then when the popo them come and the standoff, in the heat of the standoff, he had the knife and then him pick up one big stone, one rock. Now, people, you know that whenever you do that in Jamaica, it is pretty much marking yourself for DEATH. It is like giving away your life if you don't comply, if you don't act right. It can be seen as being aggressive. It can be seen as putting the life of the popo in danger. So therefore, you don't need any sorts of income. You don't need any sorts of investigation. If the popo put a CAP in your ASS or put it in your crown. There are a couple of videos out there, maybe about 3 or 4, maybe 5 videos, showing everything in intricate details. With every video that I saw, I am asking myself, this man's name must be lucky, because he is the luckiest man I've ever seen. I've seen people do little less or even lesser than that, in other words, and end up lose them life. This man was pretty much taunting the popo. This man was warned multiple times, at least 100 times. The people on the road that tell him, yeah, idiot, put down the stone, put down the knife. It come like a lose your one, lose your life. And people, he was not listening. Him never listen until the popo blaze one, hit him in the knee or in the foot. Blaze the next one, hit him in the knee and hit him in the foot. It seems as if his nerves works kind of slow, because only until him get the third one is that him realize, listen, maybe this might be the appropriate time to comply, or more than likely the next one that I get is going to be in the upper body or in the face. Now, people, like me say, they claim that this man is of unsound mind. So me have to ask the question, is it conveniently of unsound mind? Because here's the thing. Based on what initially the motive behind all of it is that he took off the clamp of a vehicle. So therefore, if him take off the clamp off a vehicle, put said clamp in the back of the trunk or in the trunk, that means that he must have known what he was doing, or at least that he needed to take this clamp off and put it in the vehicle. When the popo them attack to him, and the municipal popo attack to him never listen. Him a walk up and down like him make out a steel. Until him get at least 3 pieces in the knees. That is when it registered to him that, listen, boy, maybe I am not as bad as I want to be. Maybe all the show that I am showing off, all I am doing, like them always say, he that exalted himself shall be abased. So therefore, him realize, ratted, I beat up myself. Maybe I might want to get down, or he was put down by force. And luckily for him, the popo were very professional. The popo were very patient. And maybe then again, because them see a whole bunch of videotape on them, the whole world a watch. It was happening in live and direct color. And then it is all over social media. So therefore, them know people that say, them never have to take him because we know that that is how Jamaican people are. So therefore, him never cross the line. He crossed the line a bit. However, he never crossed it enough as to ATTACK, the real popo with all sorts of M to the 16, all sorts of Glock. Him know say him can walk and pace and talk all he want to talk. However, he is lucky to be alive. Moral of the story is this. Whenever you break the law, whenever you don't comply, whenever you put healthcare workers' life in danger, municipal popo and even worse, the popo. And we've heard the popo, the chairman of the Popo Federation said on several occasions, listen, we are not here for corner people in a them foot, in a them ankle, in a them big toe, whenever they put our lives in danger. We are here to save life, and the life that we want to save most is ours because we have family too. So therefore, if you want to beat up yourself, whatever you get, that is what you truly deserve. And people, in this case, that was the case. He is lucky to be alive. He is lucky to be in the place of recovery, the hospital. However, I think that one, maybe both of his legs are not going to be as efficient as they once were, whatever the case is. You will let me know in the comment section. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called warning, warning, warning. If you have any sorts of business, supermarkets, whether you are Jamaican, whether you come from any other country, infrastructure people, maybe you might want to think about hiring some sorts of security. And when I mention security, I am speaking about security that are armed, security that can actually hit a target, as in a thief or a couple of thieves. Remember, you are in Jamaica. Remember, this is the festive season. Most importantly, remember, these thieves, they are on a rampage. They have shown you all sorts of signs that, listen, this Christmas is probably going to be the worstest Christmas that you've ever seen as it pertains to thievery. Now, I am speaking specifically about an incident or an robbery that occurred in a supermarket in a Spalding, where 3 men, arms up, one in a purple and white and a green hat, the next one in a some sorts of maroon, rust-looking color, and the next one in a dark. Most of them have on all sorts of big C mask. Them come in, stick up everybody, one holding post at the door, the other 2 checking the cash register, searching the customers in the supermarket for goodies, meaning cell phone. Most importantly, make sure that nobody is armed. Make sure that they can do their do and get out as safely as possible. And people, they did their deed and they got the FUCK out of Dodge. No problemo. Now, what I cannot understand is how people operate in a place like Jamaica. and they don't have armed guards. Now I understand that it takes away from the profit margin. However, it is a part of doing business in Jamaica, as sadly as it sounds. What is even worse, what I don't understand, it is as if these criminals nowadays, they don't give a FUCK. Even though they go into these establishments and have on some sort of impy-skimpy mask, like some impy-skimpy drawers, everybody can clearly see the definition, the image, how them walk, everything. So I know that when this video that I am going to put in my WhatsApp group gets around, other bloggers show it, it is all over social media. It should be all over for these people. So I just ask myself, why be penny wise and pound foolish? What sense does it make to a man or a set of men robbers for going at the people and establishments, arms up, armed robbery, stick up the people and take them cash, take them goodies, take everything, put people's life in jeopardy and their own life in jeopardy just to be caught a couple of days, a couple of weeks, or a couple of months later? Because it is inevitable. Jamaica is a very small place with social media. People, information get out, images, pictures get out. So therefore, it is not as if you're going to steal something and you're there in America or a big place and you run from one of the 50 states, run Ghana the next, out of sight, out of mind. Jamaica have 14 small parishes. It takes me about 4 hours to drive from one end of Jamaica to the next end of Jamaica. So therefore, what do you think is going to happen? Don't you think your family member, if your family member is not a piece of shit like you, is going to see this video? Don't you think people that don't like you in the neighborhood because them say you hype, because them say you always about the people, don't you think a ex or somebody that don't like you, or even most importantly, Jamaicans that respect law and order, don't you think that somebody is going to see you? Don't you think that somebody is going to call the po-po? Don't you think when the po-po ear say, listen, you don't know, so this man robbed Mr. CHIN shop. This man take down Mr. Chin before. This man a come back. This is a very disturbing trend that they need to nip in the whatever you want to call it. So therefore, what is the possibility of you actually getting away? Why do this? Are you that desperate? Are you that foolish? Do you hate to work that much? Are you that lazy? Are you that frustrated in life? Did you see some sort of coffin where you try out and it fit you right like a suit? Because that is exactly what is going to happen. You're going to end up in 2 places. And people, remember, this is the Black Cat channel, not the sound system. However, whenever we talk about you, you get system failure, as in DEAD, or end up in the big yard, if you're lucky, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos straight to the point, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, word to the wise. Whenever you are rising in life, there's always going to be a set of vipers. They see your potential. They see that your ceiling is in the stratosphere. When they look at themselves, they realize that because of their insecurity and mostly because of their hate. Because people appreciate them for what they think they are, which is not who they actually are. They are pretenders. For them to feel as if they are up, they are going to do everything within their means to bring you down, point blank and period.